That, hands down, was the most effective studying method for me. I found that way more beneficial than picking up a book. Long story short, how I decided to study was going through these practice tests multiple times until I was very confident that I could answer all of these questions with a clear understanding. I'm very excited. Your boy is a licensed New Jersey real estate agent. It's been a long time coming. Not really, actually. So I've passed my test before. I've actually held a New Jersey real estate license in years past. To sum it up, I've taken the course. You have to take a 75-hour course to, I guess, qualify to take your test to become an agent. So I've taken that course 3 or 4 times in the course of like 8 years. And I've passed it before. I've passed the state test and the school test, and I've held a license. I think this was back in 2016. However, I just never practiced. I was working in New York at the time. I was in the insurance industry, making pretty good money, and I didn't feel the need to practice, simply put. I just didn't have the incentive. I didn't have the motivation. I just thought I was, I guess, doing well at that time. But I'm glad that I took the course again. This time I did take it virtually because of COVID, and that is one thing that kind of pushed me to do it. I had the free time. So I was working a full 9 to 5, and working from home, I said, why don't I just utilize this time and be productive and put that in towards, trying to get my real estate license, which I did. I used Pro School. I'll leave the link in the description. Great reviews. I have nothing but good things to say. They offered morning and night classes. I opted to take both because I had the time to do so, but you can take morning classes if that works best for you. You can do strictly night classes. If you stick to either or, it'll take you longer, obviously, to acquire the full 75 hours than if you opt to do both. But if you have the flexibility and your schedule allows you to do both, you should definitely do both and try and expedite that process, which I did for the most part. There was a lag after completing the course before taking the test. There's probably a couple of months, to be honest. And so I prepared for that. My goal was to kind of pass it on the first try, but I wasn't really gung-ho on that. It wasn't a make or break, but I studied and prepared to do so, to pass it on the first attempt. Now, this is a great website. This website right here allows you to take simulated tests similar to what you would experience on the actual state test, or I should say on the school test. So you would start an exam. You can take as many as you'd like once you purchase the course. Let's see if we can focus here. Now you can see there's obviously a free sample. I took 2. You can see the dates that I took those on, 2 days apart from each other. And then I took the final exam about a month and a half after that. I believe you need a 70 to pass. It might be a 70 or 75. I'm not sure, but you can see the first 2 attempts, I would have not been successful walking into my state exam. And that is why I do see value in purchasing this pro real estate exam practice test course, if you will. I'm not exactly sure what to call it on the website, but essentially I'll give you a quick kind of view of what it does. It breaks down by section, how much time you took to take it, the allotted time, and then how you performed in each category. So I think that is very beneficial if you're looking to improve in areas that you aren't so strong in. For example, for me, I did not do well in real estate contracts. I know math is also another weak section for me. I'm not good at math. But you can go through and you can see, where you're stronger, where you're weaker, and then you can actually review. This one I can't review because it's the final exam. That was the school test. But if I go to my exams, and I go to a simulated exam, not the final exam. Again, it's going to give me a breakdown. I can see the math section I did not do well. And then I can review every individual question. I can reread the question. I can make sure that I fully understand what the question is asking me. And then I can understand why I picked the right answer, or if I didn't pick the right answer, maybe I can remember why I picked the wrong answer, and I can understand why it's incorrect. Let's try and find a wrong one. Started off hot on this exam. But as you can see, I got the first 4 right. Here we go. So now I can understand. I can read this question, question 5. And we're not going to get into the specifics of the question, but I can understand what the right answer is, and then I can look into what gross rent multiplier is and why it makes sense that that's the answer for this question. Long story short, how I decided to study was going through these practice tests multiple times until I was very confident that I could answer all of these questions with a clear understanding as to why the questions or why the answers were right for the questions I got wrong specifically. That, hands down, was the most effective studying method for me. I found that way more beneficial than picking up a book and kind of reviewing it or reading through it and taking notes. I understand that may be beneficial for you. And if it is, you should probably use that in addition to other methods. Or if that does work for you, then you're good. You're better than me. For me, I had to really go through simulated exams multiple times to truly, thoroughly understand, the right answers, the wrong answers, and why they were. So I think that ProSchool is a very, very useful tool. If you think that your learning style is similar to me and that repetition is beneficial for you in understanding new concepts, new terminology, I highly, highly, highly recommend this tool. I highly recommend entertaining the real estate industry as a side hustle and or a full-time job. I think the potential is limitless. It's a great way to add another revenue stream to what you currently do. And then at the end of the day, you're also educating yourself. If you're looking to buy your first property or to invest in property in general, or if you already own property and you just want to know a little bit more about what you're doing, it's great to have a license. Just the knowledge that you'll gain in the process is invaluable. The opportunity to earn additional revenue on the side is also incentive to just kind of get up and do it. I'm very happy that I finally passed my test. I'm very excited to get started. Our son will be here soon, so that's more motivation for me to get up and get out and make a name for myself. So I think this is the first step on that path, on that journey, and I'm really looking forward to what the future has in store. I hope this has been helpful. Again, link in the description. Make sure you like this video, please. It means a lot. It really helps out. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back soon with another video.